Hello there, weary traveler. It's good to have you here, settling into your own quiet space. As you find your most comfortable position, let's allow the day's quests and tasks to gently fade away. There's nothing more you need to do right now. Just soften into whatever supports you. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel a quiet release, letting your shoulders gently relax. Another slow breath in and out, letting any lingering thoughts drift away like distant embers. Give yourself permission to simply listen and let your imagination wander softly. Imagine a place where the journey pauses and the quiet comfort of home embraces you. It is a small, familiar inn, nestled in a valley where the gentle winds whisper ancient tales through the surrounding pines. The air inside is wonderfully warm, a gentle counterpoint to the crisp evening beyond its sturdy, timbered walls. A soft, amber glow emanates from a large hearth, where carefully stacked logs crackle with a steady, sleepy rhythm. Gentle crackling of logs. This isn't the bustling inn of a grand city, but a humble haven, known only to those who seek true respite. Worn wooden tables, smoothed by countless hands, reflect the firelight in their polished surfaces. A few comfortable, overstuffed armchairs invite weary adventurers to sink into their depths, perhaps dreaming of forgotten maps and ancient lore. The soft scent of seasoned timber and warm, spiced tea lingers faintly in the air. This common room, usually filled with boisterous tales, is now wonderfully still. A lone candle flickers gently on a corner table, casting long, dancing shadows that seem to stretch and yawn. It feels safe, like a true save point in a long, unfolding journey. Every quiet corner holds a promise of deep rest. The world outside feels far away, replaced by this gentle glow, and the soft, steady warmth. The gentle glow continues to surround you, a comforting embrace in this quiet sanctuary. It casts long, soft shadows across the smooth, worn wooden floorboards, each plank telling its own silent story of footsteps and time. You notice a sturdy, unlit hearth in the corner, its dark, rough-hewn stones cooled, but holding the faint, warm memory of countless fires. Each ember a testament to stories told, to quiet contemplation, and to weary travelers finding their rest. Above it, a simple, carved wooden mantelpiece displays a few small, unassuming objects. A smooth, river-worn stone, perhaps a memento from a long-forgotten journey, rests beside a small, intricately carved bird, its wings folded as if in peaceful slumber. Its tiny, wooden feathers seem to breathe with the room's stillness. Subtle, distant crackle of wood settling the air itself feels still and ancient, carrying the faint, sweet scent of old paper and dried herbs, a whisper of peace from ages past. You are safe here, nestled in the heart of this quiet comfort, far from any urgency or clamor. The walls, paneled in dark, rich wood, seem to absorb any lingering thoughts, leaving only a sense of profound calm. This space remembers quiet moments, silent reflections, and the steady breath of those who sought refuge within its gentle embrace. A low, wooden table, smooth from years of use, sits nearby, perhaps holding a half-finished mug of herbal tea, its warmth long since faded, leaving behind only the ghost of steam. The soft light seems to hum a lullaby, inviting your own breath to deepen, to slow, as you settle further into the quiet, letting the stillness enfold you completely. The lingering warmth from the hearth, now a steady, gentle glow, reaches out like a comforting hand. It paints the worn wooden beams above with flickering gold, outlining the quiet wisdom of the old building. A faint, almost imperceptible scent of seasoned timber and distant, dried herbs drifts through the air, a blend that speaks of countless peaceful evenings spent within these walls. Your gaze might drift to a nearby shelf laden with an assortment of forgotten treasures and everyday curios. Perhaps a chipped ceramic mug, its glaze faded from many uses, sits beside a small, intricately carved wooden bird, its wings slightly frayed, as if it once flew through many stories, nestled amongst a few tattered, leather-bound books. Beyond the soft light of the hearth, deeper shadows gather in the corners, not threatening, but inviting, like velvet curtains drawn against the outside world. Soft murmur of the fire is now the dominant sound, a consistent, rhythmic whisper that echoes the slow, steady beat of your own heart. It's a sound that promises rest, a deep, restorative calm after a long journey or a day filled with quiet contemplation. You might notice a single, undisturbed cobweb in a high corner, shimmering faintly in the ambient light, a tiny, intricate masterpiece, unnoticed by the world, yet part of its quiet beauty. Everything here seems settled, content in its place, contributing to an atmosphere of deep, unhurried peace. The world outside feels a lifetime away, its demands hushed and distant, leaving only this gentle, enveloping quiet, a sanctuary where time itself seems to slow, almost to a halt. Soft, diffused light that filters through the high, arched windows casts long, gentle shadows across the ancient wooden shelves, each one laden with untold stories. Dust motes, tiny specks of forgotten time, dance languidly in the occasional golden shafts, catching the light like miniature, slow-moving galaxies within the stillness of the air. A profound quiet envelops everything, broken only by the almost imperceptible creak of aged timber settling deeper into its long rest, or the whisper of a breeze finding its way through a distant, barely ajar window. The air itself carries a subtle, comforting scent, a blend of old paper, leather, and something cool and earthy, like stone and mountain air mingling with the wisdom of centuries. Imagine a long corridor, lined floor to ceiling with books, stretching gently into the soft gloom, inviting a slow, meandering journey without destination. Each spine holds a title, blurred by time and shadow, yet hinting at the boundless knowledge contained within. Further within, beyond the main halls, there are smaller, more intimate nooks, designed for quiet contemplation. Perhaps a low, cushioned seat nestled beside a tall, arched window, offering a glimpse of the mist-shrouded mountain peaks far below, softened and made serene by distance. The world outside feels a lifetime away, its demands hushed and distant, leaving only this gentle, enveloping quiet, a sanctuary where time itself seems to slow, almost to a halt. The gentle, enveloping quiet wraps around you, a sanctuary where time itself seems to slow, almost to a halt. In this hushed space, the subtle dance of shadows becomes a soft companion. A faint, almost imperceptible warmth emanates from the far corner of the room, drawing your attention like a soft, glowing ember. It's the hearth, nestled into a wall of ancient, smooth stones, each one telling a silent story of countless quiet evenings. Within the hearth, few glowing embers pulse with a deep, sleepy orange, casting a soft, flickering light that breathes across the polished wooden floor. No crackle, no roar, just the quiet, contented hum of residual warmth. A faint scent of old wood smoke and aged parchment drifts lazily in the air, a comforting perfume that speaks of forgotten tales and long-held secrets. Above the hearth, a simple, unadorned mantelpiece holds only a single, weathered leather-bound book. Its cover is dark, almost black, softened by years of gentle handling, its edges worn smooth like river stones. No title is visible, no ornate markings, just the promise of stories held within its quiet pages. The faint glow from the embers below catches the slight texture of its cover, making it seem almost alive, patiently waiting. The world beyond these walls, with its urgent tasks and bright distractions, has receded completely. Here, only the soft rhythm of your own breath, the deep quiet, and the gentle, living warmth of the embers remain. You can feel the safety of this place, the deep, abiding peace that settles into every fiber of your being, inviting a calm, deep rest. The lingering warmth of the embers continues to gently radiate, a quiet, steady heart to this peaceful room. As you allow your senses to settle deeper into the quiet, a soft, diffused light begins to draw your attention towards a nearby window. It's not the harsh light of midday, nor the deep, ink-eye black of a moonless night, but a soft, twilight glow, filtered through ancient, leaded glass panes. The window offers a tranquil glimpse of the world outside, softened and hushed by the late hour. Through the slightly textured glass, you might discern the faint, shimmering lights of the quiet village below, scattered like tiny, precious gems against the velvet darkness. Each distant glow is a gentle reminder of life, yet so far removed as to be entirely peaceful, without urgency or demand. The gentle outline of a slumbering rooftop, perhaps a moss-covered stone wall, or the soft silhouette of a lone, ancient tree might be barely visible against the deep indigo of the sky. No sharp edges, no jarring movements, just the serene passage of time, observed from the perfect sanctuary of this room. A delicate frost pattern might trace a silent story upon the outer pane, a tiny work of art formed by the crisp night air. It adds another layer of quiet beauty, a subtle barrier between you and the tranquil world beyond. The world outside seems to hold its breath, mirroring the profound stillness within this comforting space. The gentle hum of the inn, a barely perceptible symphony of old wood settling and quiet warmth, cradles you even closer to rest, deeper and deeper into this peaceful night. The gentle hum of the inn, a barely perceptible symphony of old wood settling and quiet warmth, cradles you even closer to rest, deeper and deeper into this peaceful night. As the soft glow of the embers in the hearth casts dancing shadows on the worn flagstones, your mind begins to wander, not far, but just enough to explore the quiet corners of this sanctuary. You feel the weight of the day lifting, replaced by a profound sense of calm. Perhaps, in this quiet moment, your thoughts drift to the knowledge held within these mountain walls, not just in the stories whispered by travelers, but in the very heart of the peaks themselves. You imagine a place high above, where wisdom is carefully preserved, a mountain library waiting to be discovered. But for now, the journey there is a gentle thought, a promise of tranquil exploration when the morning light arrives. Your gaze, soft and unfocused, might settle on a quiet alcove near the common room's edge. Here, a small, unassuming bookshelf stands, filled not with grand tomes, but with a modest collection of local lore, travel guides, and worn maps. Each spine holds a silent tale, a history of this very region, hinting at pathways through the ancient stone and whispers of forgotten routes. The pages, yellowed with time, seem to hold the quiet echoes of countless journeys, inviting you to imagine the gentle breeze through pine forests, the distant cry of an eagle, or the silent, snow-capped peaks. The faint scent of old parchment and wood smoke mingles in the air, a comforting perfume that speaks of stories told and secrets kept. You don't need to read the words. Their presence alone is a quiet lullaby, a subtle reminder of the vast, peaceful knowledge that surrounds you. This small collection, a mere prelude, gently connects this cozy inn to the grander, more majestic mountain library that awaits. For now, simply resting in its peaceful sphere is enough, letting the thoughts of quiet discovery guide you deeper into slumber. As the gentle hum of the inn begins to fade, a new quiet path unfurls before you. The morning light, soft and diffused, filters through the ancient pines that line the winding trail. Each step is unhurried, a tranquil progression away from the warmth of the hearth and towards the whisper of higher elevations. The air grows crisper, carrying the faint, clean scent of pine needles and damp earth. You notice the ground subtly rising, guiding you upwards along a path paved with smooth, worn stones. These stones have been trodden by countless quiet scholars and seekers over the centuries, each journey a testament to the enduring allure of knowledge. Overhead, the canopy of trees occasionally breaks, offering glimpses of a sky painted in soft, pale blues and muted grays, hinting at the vastness above. Soon, the tree line begins to thin, giving way to more open, rocky terrain. And there, in the distance, nestled majestically against the rugged slope of the mountain, begins to emerge the silhouette of the great mountain library. Its ancient stone walls, cloaked in ivy and history, seem to blend seamlessly with the natural rock face. It is not an imposing structure, but one that feels deeply rooted, a part of the mountain itself. From this distance, you can discern faint, warm glows from some of its high, arched windows, like distant embers guarding quiet stories. The building stands as a silent sentinel, a repository of countless tales and forgotten lore, patiently awaiting its next visitor. The journey has been gentle, leading you closer to its peaceful, scholarly embrace. You are now truly at the foothills of its grand presence, ready to observe its quiet majesty. The path winds gently now, no longer a mere trail, but a smooth, well-trodden way, paved with flat, cool stones that hum with the memory of countless footsteps. Each stone feels carefully placed, guiding you with an unspoken welcome. It leads you upward, around a final, gentle curve, and there it is, the full, quiet grandeur of the mountain library. It is not a fortress, nor a towering spire reaching for the clouds, but a structure built deeply into the very heart of the rock itself. Its ancient, weathered stone walls blend seamlessly with the mountain face, as if it has always been a part of this landscape. Soft, distant wind chimes, soft, glowing windows, like warm, watchful eyes overlooking the vast valley below, cast a gentle, inviting light onto the immediate surroundings. You notice intricate carvings above the main entrance, delicate symbols, perhaps of forgotten lore, or the very essence of the knowledge held within these hallowed halls. They are worn smooth by countless seasons, by time and mountain winds, but their artistry, their story, remains clear. The air here feels distinctively crisp and clean, carrying a faint, earthy scent of old stone, damp moss, and perhaps, just perhaps, the distant aroma of aged parchment and deep, calming ink. The entrance itself is a grand, arched doorway, crafted from dark, polished wood, slightly ajar, as if perpetually welcoming those who seek wisdom and tranquility. No harsh sound comes from within, only a profound sense of stillness, a silent, powerful invitation. You stand before it, feeling the quiet promise of untold stories, ancient secrets, and peaceful discovery waiting just beyond the threshold, ready to be explored at your own gentle pace. With a quiet invitation, the heavy, ancient door begins to recede, not with a creak or a groan, but with a hushed sigh, as if the very air shifts to welcome you. Beyond the threshold, a soft, diffused light bathes a grand, circular chamber. It feels like stepping into a hidden haven, untouched by the passage of hurried time. The walls here are not made of rough stone, but of polished, dark wood, intricately carved with symbols that seem to whisper forgotten histories. Around the perimeter, towering shelves ascend gracefully towards a high, domed ceiling, each one brimming with leather-bound tomes and scrolls tied with velvet ribbons. The air carries a faint, comforting scent of aged parchment and something else, something sweet and earthy, like dried herbs from a distant garden. In the center of the room, a large, circular table of smooth, dark stone invites quiet contemplation. Upon its surface, a single glowing orb pulses with a gentle, rhythmic light, casting soft, dancing shadows across the polished floor. It's not a bright, startling glow, but a warm, steady heartbeat of light, illuminating the intricate patterns carved into the table's edge. Comfortable, plush armchairs are nestled thoughtfully around the table, their cushions plump and inviting. You notice one chair pulled slightly forward, as if someone has just risen or is about to return. The chamber is utterly silent, save for the faint hum of the orb and the soft, almost imperceptible whisper of air currents circulating high above. It feels like a place where knowledge is cherished, where secrets are kept safe, and where every object holds a story untold, waiting patiently for a quiet mind to discover it. This space feels perfectly preserved, a sanctuary of ancient lore, ready to share its gentle mysteries. The gentle mysteries of this mountain library beckon, inviting a deeper, slower exploration. As your gaze drifts from the aged wooden shelves, you might notice a soft, diffused light filtering in from above, perhaps from a cleverly designed skylight carved into the very rock of the mountain. It bathes the central aisle in a gentle glow, illuminating dust motes dancing in the still air like tiny, golden sprites performing a slow, silent ballet. Each tall, narrow bookshelf seems to guard its own quiet domain, holding volumes bound in leather that has softened with centuries of gentle handling. The air carries a faint, comforting scent, a blend of old paper, polished wood, and something subtly earthy, like the mountain stone itself, grounding you in this ancient place. You might imagine tracing a finger along the spine of a particularly ancient tome, feeling the subtle textures of its worn cover before your eyes are drawn to a quiet alcove nestled between two towering stacks. Here, a plush, velvet armchair awaits, its deep cushions inviting a weary soul to settle in. A small, sturdy wooden table beside it holds a single half-read book, its pages open, hinting at a story paused, not ended. Perhaps a faint, Almost imperceptible warmth radiates from a nearby, unlit hearth, promising comfort. The silence here is profound, broken only by the distant, almost imperceptible murmur of the mountain wind outside, a lullaby whispered through ancient rock. This corner of the library feels like a secret, a personal haven within a vast repository of knowledge, perfectly prepared for a quiet moment of reflection or rest. This corner of the library feels like a secret, a personal haven within a vast repository of knowledge, perfectly prepared for a quiet moment of reflection or rest. Here, a well-worn armchair, upholstered in a deep, comforting forest green, invites you to settle in. Its fabric is soft to the touch, carrying the faint scent of old parchment and a distant, cool mountain breeze. Beside it, a small, circular wooden table holds a single, unlit lantern, polished brass, reflecting the soft, muted light filtering through a nearby stained glass window. The window itself is a marvel, depicting a stylized mountain peak bathed in a gentle twilight, crafted from warm amber, soft blues, and deep violet glass. Through its subtle distortions, you can just make out the faint, twinkling stars above the real mountain range outside, a silent, majestic backdrop to this sanctuary. The shelves that line this alcove are not towering, but modest and reachable, filled with books bound in leather and linen, their titles hinting at forgotten maps, ancient folklore, and the silent histories of the peaks. One book lies open on the table, its pages a creamy off-white, adorned with a delicate, hand-drawn illustration of a sleeping dragon curled around a glowing crystal. The air here is still and cool, with only the faintest whisper of the wind against the sturdy stone walls. It's a quietness that feels ancient, a deep peace undisturbed by the world beyond. The floor beneath your feet is smooth, dark stone, warmed in patches where a sliver of filtered light manages to land. This small, secluded nook truly embodies the spirit of the mountain library, a place where time slows, and every detail encourages a gentle unwinding, a soft descent into quiet contemplation. Distant, faint wind chime sound the rhythmic creak of the old wood settles in, as if the library itself is sighing contentedly alongside you. The soft creak of the old wood settles, a quiet companion to the distant chime that dances on mountain air. It's a rhythm of peace, a gentle unwinding that invites you deeper into the hush of the High Peaks Library. Here, time seems to flow differently, like the slow currents of a hidden river. Your gaze might drift now beyond the immediate glow of the hearth towards the vast, vaulted ceilings of the main hall. They soar upwards, supported by ancient timber beams, intricately carved with symbols of forgotten lore. Dust motes, like tiny dancing sprites, catch the soft, pale light filtering in from the tall, arched windows. These windows, set deep within the thick stone walls, offer glimpses of the world outside the majestic, slumbering mountain peaks, painted in shades of twilight purple and deep indigo. Soft, distant mountain wind sound each window is a framed portrait, a silent invitation to observe the tranquil vastness beyond. You can almost feel the cool, crisp mountain air just outside the glass, a stark, refreshing contrast to the warm, papery scent within the library. The shelves here are impossibly tall, stretching towards the heavens, laden with volumes bound in leather, cloth, and even some in what looks like polished, dark wood. Their spines hold stories untold, knowledge preserved through countless seasons. There's a subtle, almost imperceptible hum in the air, not a sound, but a feeling, the quiet vibration of so many stories held in one place. It's as if the very walls whisper tales of ages past, their voices softened to a gentle, sleepy murmur. You might notice a small, unoccupied reading nook nearby, nestled between two towering bookshelves. A plush, oversized armchair beckons, its velvet worn smooth by generations of quiet readers. A faint shimmer of starlight begins to peek through the highest windows, casting long, peaceful shadows across the polished floor. The faint shimmer of starlight, having found its way through the highest windows, now stretches longer across the polished floor, almost reaching the lowest shelves. It dances in soft, silent patterns, illuminating tiny specks of dust that float in the still, cool air, ancient particles of stories, perhaps suspended in time. This particular section of the library feels like a hushed guardian, a quiet sentinel overlooking the valley far below. Even if only in thought, the very height of this place seems to amplify the stillness, creating an envelope of calm. Your gaze might drift now past the velvet-worn chair, towards a series of intricately carved wooden panels that line a distant wall. They depict scenes not of grand battles or royal courts, but of quiet scholars under moonlit peaks, or lone figures tending to ancient star charts. Each panel is a tiny, silent window into a forgotten age, etched with patience and reverence, inviting a slow, thoughtful contemplation. The air here carries the whisper of old parchment and aged wood, a comforting scent that speaks of countless hours spent in contemplative quiet. It's a smell that invites stillness, encourages a slow, steady breath, settling deeply within your senses. Above, the ceiling, crafted from dark, sturdy beams, seems to hold the very weight of knowledge within its structure. Yet it feels light, airy, almost like the night sky itself, framed by the stone. A soft, almost imperceptible hum seems to emanate from the very stone and wood, a resonance of peace that settles deep within the heart of this mountain. You might notice the gentle undulation of the shadows as the stars outside slowly shift, moving their silent dance across the high, arched windows, each moment a soft turning of a page, a quiet unfolding of rest. The subtle dance of the starlight continues, painting slow, shifting patterns across the observatory's ancient stone floor, tracing paths that echo the celestial movements overhead. Your gaze might drift now from the high windows to the central observation chamber, where the great brass instruments stand, silent and watchful. A soft, continuous hum, almost imperceptible, emanates from their ancient gears, a sound of patient readiness, a deep, resonant whisper of ongoing calculation. Very faint, rhythmic clicking sound, almost like a distant clock mechanism near a large, domed aperture. An astronomer moves with quiet purpose, their silhouette framed against a distant, pale nebula captured by the main lens. They are not hurried, but rather engaged in a gentle, almost reverent act of adjustment, ensuring the delicate balance of the immense instrument. The air here holds the faint, sweet scent of old wood polish and aged parchment, a fragrance of countless nights spent in quiet study, breathing in the quiet wisdom of the cosmos. On a nearby table, illuminated by a single, focused lantern, rest several meticulously rolled star charts, their edges softened by time and gentle handling. One lies partially unfurled, revealing intricate constellations drawn with silver ink upon deep indigo paper, each star a tiny, shimmering point of light on the vast darkness. You might notice the gentle curve of the parchment, the slight texture beneath your imaginings, as if you could almost reach out and feel the cool, smooth surface of the ancient map. The faint whisper of turning pages, if any, is only the wind breathing through the ancient stones, carrying whispers of forgotten cosmic secrets, inviting your mind to drift amongst the quiet, charted heavens, finding a peaceful corner amongst the stars. The whispers carried on the gentle wind begin to fade, replaced by a profound stillness as you gently move deeper into the heart of the ancient observatory. The rough-hewn stone walls, cool to the touch, seem to absorb all hurried sounds, leaving only the soft echo of a breath, or perhaps the distant, almost imperceptible hum of some long-dormant mechanism stirring in the quiet. Moonlight, or the soft glow of myriad distant stars, filters down through a central aperture above, casting long, peaceful shadows across the smooth, worn flagstones of the floor. Here, the air is still, carrying only the faintest scent of old stone and cosmic dust. In the center of this vast, circular chamber rests an immense celestial sphere, meticulously carved from a dark, lustrous material that seems to drink in the ambient light. Its surface is intricately etched with constellations, nebulae, and ancient pathways of light, each star a tiny, polished gem that glimmers faintly. You trace the path of a familiar constellation with your gaze, feeling the weight of ages held within this silent, patient artifact. This sphere is not merely a map. It is a repository of observations spanning millennia, a silent chronicler of stellar dance. As you watch, a single, soft beam of starlight, impossibly distant and ancient, momentarily catches a facet of the sphere, causing a gentle internal luminescence to ripple across its surface. It's a quiet, timeless spectacle, a reminder of the universe's patient grandeur, inviting you to simply observe, to be part of this slow, cosmic rhythm, finding calm in the endless journey of light. That journey of light continues, an ancient, gentle river flowing through the cosmos, and you are simply here, a quiet witness to its passage. The vastness outside the viewport seems to cradle this small, peaceful chamber, a sanctuary where time itself feels less urgent. Soft, low hum of distant machinery, the faint, rhythmic pulse of the station's core resonates softly through the deck, a comforting whisper beneath your feet. It's not a sound of urgency, but of steady, quiet purpose, like a sleeping giant breathing. Your gaze might now drift from the sprawling nebula to the console before you. Its surfaces are smooth, cool to the touch, worn by countless gentle observations rather than frantic inputs. Little indicators glow with soft, amber and emerald lights, charting the slow movements of distant celestial bodies, or the gentle ebb and flow of solar winds. There's a particular display, a holographic projection perhaps, that shows the intricate dance of a binary star system, their orbits depicted as elegant, intertwining pathways of light. It's a diagram that breathes, a cosmic clock ticking at an unimaginable pace. Yet here, it appears serene and still. You notice the quiet, subtle details, a faint shimmer across a sensor lens, the almost imperceptible drift of cosmic dust motes caught in a stray beam of light, dancing slowly. Each tiny element contributes to the profound peace of this observatory, a place built not for speed or power, but for patient understanding, for a deep, quiet appreciation of the universe's slow, unfolding story. It's a space where thoughts become as vast and as calm as the cosmos itself, where every glow and hum is a lullaby for the wandering mind. Hum of the observatory is a constant, soft whisper, a companion to the silence of the stars. It's not a sound of industry, but rather of gentle watchfulness, a low thrum that resonates with the deep quiet of the cosmos it observes. As your gaze drifts from the boundless expanse beyond the viewing dome, you might notice the faint, almost imperceptible glow emanating from the ancient data crystals embedded in the consoles. These aren't flashing, urgent lights, but rather a soft, internal luminescence, like captured starlight, slowly released over eons. Each crystal holds echoes of celestial journeys and astronomical discoveries, not as frantic data streams, but as patiently recorded wisdom. Imagine the quiet hands that once placed them there, understanding the profound slowness of the universe. The faint outlines of constellations, etched onto polished metal surfaces around you catch this soft light, appearing almost three-dimensional in the gentle dimness. Perhaps a delicate golden dust collected over centuries settles on the edges of these etched maps, sparkling softly as you breathe. The air itself feels still and ancient, carrying the scent of old paper and polished brass, mingled with a hint of ozone from the silent energy currents. There's a particular console, perhaps, that draws your attention. Its surface, smooth and cool to the touch, displays a single, rotating nebula captured in exquisite, unhurried detail. The colors swirl and blend, not with any urgency, but with the stately grace of cosmic dance, a silent ballet unfolding before you. This nebula, a cloud of interstellar gas and dust, seems to breathe with the same measured rhythm as your own gentle breaths. Its slow evolution is a testament to time on a scale almost beyond human comprehension, a soothing reminder that all things unfold in their own perfect moment. Here, in this quiet sanctuary, the vastness becomes intimate, and the grand cosmic ballet becomes a personal, peaceful observation, inviting your mind to rest and wander without haste. Here, in this quiet sanctuary, the vastness becomes intimate, and the grand cosmic ballet becomes a personal, peaceful observation, inviting your mind to rest and wander without haste. The gentle hum of the observatory's ancient mechanisms is barely perceptible, a soft whisper beneath the profound silence of space. Beyond the great viewing pane, the nebulae shift with a slow, almost imperceptible grace, their colors deepening and softening like brushstrokes on an endless canvas. One distant, tiny star, a mere pinprick of light, seems to twinkle just for a moment, a fleeting acknowledgement of your presence in this cosmic theater. You might notice a faint, almost golden glow emanating from a nearby control panel, its antique brass polished smooth by centuries of gentle use. On its surface, a star map scrolls slowly, not with the rapid flicker of modern displays, but with the quiet, deliberate turn of illuminated dials and subtle, glowing inscriptions. Each symbol on the map represents a constellation, a cosmic landmark, or perhaps a long-forgotten star system, waiting to be rediscovered by the quiet gaze. The air itself feels calm and still, carrying a faint scent of old parchment and the subtle coolness of polished metal. Perhaps you imagine tracing the path of a celestial voyager, following a silent, ancient route etched onto the glass of the viewing pane. The dust motes dance in the soft, diffused light, caught in the silent currents of the room. Time seems to stretch and thin here, flowing not in moments, but in the slow, majestic sweep of the galaxies outside. Every detail, from the faint shimmer of a distant galaxy to the quiet creak of the floorboards underfoot, contributes to a profound sense of peace and belonging. This cosmic archive, this peaceful watchtower, holds its secrets gently, allowing you to simply be, to observe, and to slowly, softly drift. This cosmic archive, this peaceful watchtower, holds its secrets gently, allowing you to simply be, to observe, and to slowly, softly drift. The constellations outside continue their silent dance, their ancient light filtering through the vast observatory windows, casting long, peaceful shadows across the data consoles. Each distant star, a tiny point of light, seems to twinkle just for you, a final, comforting thought before the deep quiet settles. Soft, distant hum, the soft hum of the main console, a barely perceptible whisper of cosmic data being cataloged, now grows even softer, blending into the stillness of the chamber. The air itself feels warm and still, carrying the faint, comforting scent of old scrolls and ionized starlight. There is no urgency here, no task left unfinished, only the profound calm of a universe winding down its day, just as you are winding down yours. Feel the gentle support beneath you, the perfect comfort of your chosen resting place. Allow the subtle ebb and flow of the distant celestial bodies to mirror the rhythm of your own breath, becoming slower, deeper, more even. The last vestiges of thought and sensation begin to recede, like distant nebulae fading into the cosmic night. This sanctuary of knowledge, this haven among the stars, has watched over countless nights, cradling seekers and dreamers alike. Now it cradles you. Soft glow of the data crystals dims further. The intricate patterns on the arched ceiling become softer, less defined, blending into the gathering darkness. All that remains is the profound stillness, the boundless peace. You are safe here, enveloped in the quiet majesty of the cosmos, held gently by the ancient wisdom of the watchtower. Let yourself surrender to this peaceful descent, to the quiet invitation of sleep that now wraps around you like a warm, starlit cloak. Drift now, softly, completely. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to be, but deep, peaceful sleep. Good night.